Hello, everybody. I'm Alfred, and you're listening to Teachers Lounge. The topic of today's broadcast is what to do if you are a teacher who lost your job due to the pandemic. Let's open our Bibles to the book of Job, chapter 42, verse 1 to 2. I'm reading from the NIV translation. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. Now let's look at Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. I'm reading from the NIV translation. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Praise the Lord. You see, that is God's plan for you. You have to understand something very important. First of all, if you're a teacher, is that God's plan for you? You can't be somebody who is in a position where you are in a job or you are in a profession where you are just there to pay the bills. It is not something that you want to do. It's not something that is connected to what you believe is your destiny, and yet you're a Christian. That is not the way it is. When you're a Christian, you have to understand that you are here on a mission. That is first. It is not to put food on your table. Putting food on your table and the life of going to school as a kid, graduating, getting married, getting your own kids, then putting food on their table and ensuring they go to school, and then you die, and then your children continue that cycle, and it goes on and goes on and goes on. No, you are bigger than that. Your life is not for that. That is a purposeless life. That is just a big life. Understand who you are. You're a royal priesthood. You are unique. You have the life of God in you. You are actually a blood brother of Jesus Christ by faith. So this is amazing. This is who you are. You have to do what you are here for. So are you here to be a teacher? If you are here to be a teacher, if that is something that it has become a reality, through one way or the other, that is God's plan for you. You see what Jeremiah 29:11 says. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. That means that even though other teachers may be in difficulty, other teachers may, be in a situation where the pandemic, that is the more accurate way to refer to this so-called pandemic, it's more of a pandemic, even though other teachers may have been tossed off guard and, they are struggling and all of that, you are different because you are working in God's plan. So God's plan, in spite of pandemic or whatever, it is still going to prosper you. And it is not going to harm you. It is going to give you hope and a future. That means that, you have to keep on teaching because you believe that that is God's plan for you to be a teacher. You don't have to be in a school for you to teach. That is very important. You don't have to be employed by a school. The schools may be shut down. Perhaps you're in a part of the world where the schools are locked down. You can still teach. You can get online, start your own course. And of course, that can actually lead to prosperity. Perhaps you can even make the courses free and then make money via ads. That will still lead to prosperity. Or even get money via donations. That will still lead to prosperity. You explain to people that, just basically what a lot of people do when they post videos on YouTube, and they ask for donations and, to encourage them to keep on making videos and all of that. So that is totally fine, and that can actually be your way, But the point is that the teaching does not stop. And also, the same way Apostle Paul had on his mission, he was a missionary, but on the side, he was making tents to help him along. In the same way, you can still teach, as you have said that is God's plan for you. And then on the side, you're doing other things. You can work as a secretary, you can work as, a driver or an Uber driver or whatever. And then in your spare time, you teach, perhaps you tutor kids, you volunteer to go to kids' house, or you make videos and or courses and you put them online. There are a lot of online course marketplace where you don't have to put up any money. It's free. You just go on. All you have to do is record your courses and upload it, and they send money to you when people buy the course or people subscribe to whatever general course system that is. Or you could actually launch your own and start your own thing, because if you as a teacher is out of a job and it takes to teach, and many people can't because of the lockdowns and all of that, that means that those other teachers will still have that desire, and they're out of a job. So that is a market. So you can create a website or a platform where all teachers, who are in that same situation, or perhaps teachers who are still teaching, who are in parts of the world where there aren't lockdowns on schools, and they can all come together and teach, and you're making money from being the builder and the entrepreneur that created that platform. So you see, God's plan to prosper you and not to harm you, is brought to bear by your sticking to what you believe is God's plan for you. So that is something that you have to know. And remember the words of Job, in Job 42 verse 1-2. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. So if it is God's purpose for you to be a teacher, it is not going to be thwarted. It is not going to be defeated. All you have to do is walk in union with God, and you'll be provided for. You'll have your needs met. You have to trust in God. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. That being said, remember to go to alfred.vip. If you've not given your life to Jesus Christ, I would like you to click the salvation prayer link in the main menu. When you do that, the page will come out that has the prayer of salvation. Say that prayer and give your life to Christ. That's it for today. Thank you, and God bless you.